Mother of all bubbles, M.O.A.B. Stoner Car Care's Raspberry Blue Car Wash can be used in your foam lance, in the wash bucket. We have a car to prep, get it ready for correction and protection. Let's give this a shot. Let's start with the foam cannon, the MJJC Pro, and we're going to add 2 ounces of the M.O.A.B. car wash, the rest 3/4 of the way of the bottle with warm water. $16 or 500 milliliter of the car wash for $14.99, and the product does boast of having a ton of lubrication and lots of suds, of course. What customers look for in a shampoo is subjective, extremely, because what one person needs out of a shampoo, another person can enjoy and look for other characteristics. Let's take, for instance, myself. I don't get anything really dirty. What I got is either protected with a coating or paint protection film, or it's about to get corrected and protected. So I don't need anything that has a high pH. Very rarely. I need something that's safe. I need something that has a ton of lubrication, and I like a wet foam to come out of the foam lance. That also is subjective. Some like the thick shaving cream-like foam. I do show that in some of my videos, but I like to adjust the cannon to give me a wet foam that runs down effectively the side of the car and carry grit and dirt with it. The shampoo also mentions being able to break down and remove traffic film. Now, since we're doing a foam, a pre-treat, and then using it in the bucket wash, it has 2 chances to get that film off of there. And I will be able to find out when I start correcting if there's traffic film. That will transfer on to my pads first before anything else. This right here is exactly how I like my foam. So I will adjust the foam cannon accordingly to make it that thin so it runs down the side of the vehicle. I don't like the thick shaving cream that just dwells and dries there without doing anything. On a nice sunny breezy day such as this, quite warm, I have 4 minutes to do a little bit of agitation around the emblems until the foam starts to dry. I don't have to rush. If it does start to dry, I just need to mist a little bit of the water onto the panel. It will reactivate the soap, and I can rinse it completely free. And this is what it looks like after 4 minutes. And we have about 30% of the foam still in the vehicle. On the driver's side, where it has direct sunlight, starting to dry a little bit. Again, no rush, just mist it, make it wet a little bit, and it will rinse free, just like this. The shampoo, as a foam coming out of the foam cannon, rinses off quick and easy. It will not fight you. After the pre-wash, a lot of the pollen and grittiness has been removed from the surface so we can do the contact wash. And that's what we're going to do here with the bucket. As you can see, it's thin, so it dissipates into the water quickly. It doesn't sink to the bottom in ribbons for it to be a pain in the backside to mix together. You can take it outside, get your pressure washer nozzle into the bucket, mix up some suds, drop your mitts in there, and you're ready to go. One thing I have noticed using it in the foam cannon and in the wash bucket is there seems to be two layers of the foam structure. The foam closest to the water, floating on top of the water, small cell structures, and they are stubborn and they stick around until you're complete with your wash process. The bigger ones on the top right here, they dissipate and disappear quickly. Out of the foam cannon, you'll see the layer closest to the paint, thicker, smaller suds, and the larger suds running down the side of the vehicle, if that makes sense. Using it as a contact wash with your wash bucket and mitts, I am happy to report there is plenty of lubrication. Any type of angle at all, and the mitt will take off on its own. You can run the mitt from the front of the vehicle to the back, so that means hood up over the windshield, the roof, back over the back glass, and the trunk, and you'll still have plenty of lubrication left. Just give your mitt a squeeze. We, of course, do the one bucket. No need for a grit guard because we have 5 mitts. 1 mitt for the top of the car, 1 mitt for the driver's side, passenger side, 1 mitt for the front, and 1 mitt for the back. And those mitts never see the bucket again till the end of the process when we clean them, put them in the dryer, tumble dry low heat, and we thoroughly rinse the car. If you're working by yourself, do 1 panel at a time from top to bottom. You can also see here the suds left over from the contact wash, the bucket wash, rinse just as quickly and easily as the suds or the foam that comes out of the cannon. So after washing the car, the bucket's sitting in the sun there for quite some time with the breeze going, and there's about an 1.5-inch layer of thick foam with the small uh, cell structures. And that's not going anywhere. You can still feel the lubrication between your fingers as well. The car has now been safely cleaned. It's squeaky clean, and if you had had a wax or a sealant or a coating on there, it will have not been harmed. I can tell you, though, the only drawback if you're working with a car that hasn't been washed in 6 months, you may want to reach for something a bit stronger, something that may have a little bit of a higher pH to it. Other than that, if you want a nice balance, this is what I would recommend as well. I'd give this one a 7 out of 10. One quick thing before we end the video, a bonus. We'll put some numbers behind the balance of the pH of this product. And we have a test here. We have the properly diluted mixture in this little vial. We got it straight from the wash bucket. So we'll dip in the strip. You don't shake the water from the strip, pull it out, count to 20 seconds. I'll pull the chart to the end of the bucket here, flip it over correctly, and you can see the pH. You can see the viscosity of the alkaline. You can see the hard water problem you may have as well. A great test if you want to find out what type of shampoo you're working with. This has been Brian from Apex Detail. I'll catch you in the next video.